Joining me now is one of the top lightweights on the Bellator roster, Brandon Girtz, who's getting ready to fight Paul Redmond at Bellator 227 in late September in Dublin, Ireland. Brandon, thank you for the time as always. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. How are you, my man?
I am good. It's great to talk to you. As I said before we went live, it's been way too long. What have you been up to since we've last spoke? Just a lot of training?
A lot of training, man. Yeah, just been training and enjoying a little bit of summer. Some hot weather.
Do you get to do anything fun? Like, do you get into camping or doing anything, or are you just more in the gym all the time?
We do a little camping, hiking. It's Colorado, man. If you don't take advantage of Mother Nature out here, you're not living right. So,
That's right.
yeah, I've been a little camping, hiking. The water's flowing right now, so it's good. Good times.
Now, I know you have a dog that you're very passionate about and you love. How's your dog doing? He's still in good health?
Oh yeah, always, always. He's around all the time. He'll be in Ireland.
Very cool, very cool. He's a beautiful dog. I just wanted to mention I'm a big dog lover myself.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So
He's the man.
I know you had a shoulder injury after the Michael Chandler fight. How's your health right now, and how's your shoulder? I'm sure it's probably 100% by now, right?
It's good. It's good. When are we ever 100? Something like that. It takes a while to heal, but it's good enough for ass kicking, that's for sure. And it gets better and better. So I mean, it didn't seem to bother me in my last fight. So.
Yeah, let's talk about that. For my money, it may have been fight of the year, regardless of the promotion. Bellator, UFC, PFL. I mean, wow. I mean, just bell to bell, that was just a barn burner. Was that one of the most difficult fights that you've ever been in? And would you say that it's, for your money, fight of the year from what you've seen so far?
I wouldn't say difficult. It was I was really in the moment in that fight, so I think I wouldn't say difficult because I've had fights before that I was in the middle of and being like, shit, how much another round, But I felt good. I felt ready for that fight. I couldn't. Was I a little surprised, that he kept coming back from some of those shots? Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was crazy, But I don't know. It was a fun fight for me in there. I felt good in there, coming back from that injury after the Chandler fight and everything like that. I felt good in there. I felt right in the right place, And Saad, he's one of the toughest guys in Bellator right there. I feel like there's not many people that are giving me that fight right now. So it's really, after that fight, I felt great.
Do you feel that your popularity has risen since that fight? Because afterwards, everyone in my neck of the woods was just talking about it all the time, just how amazing the fight was. Have you noticed that your popularity has gone up?
I mean, I'm sure a little bit. I think it just added to, every time you watch me fight, I go out there to try to kill somebody. I'm not out there to point fight. I'm not playing a game while I'm out there. I'm a good wrestler. I can take people down and I can grind them that way and do stuff like that. But when I go out there, it's all about putting somebody away, And I think people keep every fight they keep kind of seeing that, And that fight just showed it even more because it was 3 rounds of it. It wasn't a knockout right away, It was 3 rounds of me trying to kill that guy and him taking some shots and looking like he was dead and then he was back alive, So I think it just keeps adding to when you see me fight, I'm gonna put on a show.
I know the fans want to see that rematch eventually. Is that something that you'd like to have happen?
I'm down for it, whenever it matches up, when it seems right. But right now, I'm looking at the run to the title. I want that title. I want to fight Chandler. I know he don't got the title right now, but that's a fight I really want. And I'm manifesting what happens. And I think after I go out here and take this guy's head off, I think I get to get Chandler again, and then I think I'm seeing that belt. And then if Awad makes his way back up there, hell yeah, I'll give him a crack at it because he's a hell of a dude. Do I want to fight him? I'd rather fight people I don't like. And I'm not saying I don't like Chandler. I just have a thing there, And I'd rather fight people I don't like. I like Awad. So rematch happens, it'll happen, And I'll be there and I'm gonna throw the same. But give me some people that I don't like, and then you'll even see some better stuff.
I respect that for sure. Now, your next fight is about 2 months away from now, so there's still plenty of camp left. But thus far, how has camp been for you?
It's good. It's been real good. I mean, I feel like I've been pushing for a while here. I feel like it could be one of my real better camps. Pushing it hard. My body feels great. It's the thing. So I think that's kind of that's the beauty right now. A lot of camps I've had injuries or coming back from an injury or something like this. In this camp, I've been, fully healthy, being able to train, being able to treat myself, how I want, not just taking care of an injury. So I think I think we're going to see something special on the 27th. That's for sure.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Who have been some of your main training partners you've been putting the work in so far with?
I got my typical, some of my training partners are always Gaethje and some of those guys that we go with. But we got a few new people at the gym that have really been bringing it to me. Some new up and comers. People don't know of that just are hungry though. It's a little different thing. Not to say it's different or what, but they come at you in a different way. The hungry guys that want your spot versus like I said, Gaethje or Drew or people like that are in the UFC or in the big shows. Like, we still spar hard, absolutely, we're tough, but there's a difference when someone's trying to take your spot or we're just trying to, you can feel that different energy. They want to be where you're at. And I got a lot of those young lions coming up that are been going hard. So I'm excited to see. I got one of my good friends, Neill, making his Bellator debut the 24th in Connecticut. So I'm real excited about that, and that guy just brings up my game. I mean, he's a monster. Not to say I ain't training with him every day because he's too big. He's big. I gotta stay injury free, But just being around his energy and going with him is cool stuff. So you're gonna see a big thing on the 24th with him.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that one. You mentioned Gaethje. I got to ask, how's he looking, and what are you expecting for his upcoming fight? Because that's a major fight in the UFC that everyone's looking forward to.
I mean, what am I expecting? I'm expecting fireworks, highlight. Gaethje the highlight for a reason, man. I kind of feel like that's when my game level went up, is when I came here to Colorado and trained with him, just because of how we push each other and just his attitude. Man, the guy will never not bring it. And that's what we'll see when we see that fight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's one that you cannot miss, regardless of where you're at. You got to make sure you're tuning into that one. Now, have you ever been to Ireland before? I'm not sure if you fought there or not, but will this be your first time?
I haven't fought there. I've been there. I've traveled there once. I've been there one time before, about 2 years ago. So I've been there. I know, I know what to expect. It's a beautiful place.
Is there anything that you're gonna do while you're there outside of just go there and have the fight, or do you plan to do any vacationing while you're there?
I'll definitely stay after a little bit, and I like to get, when I do an international fight, I get there a little earlier than normal. So I'll be there. I don't do a ton, but I know I'll check out a couple things. Castles, man, that's history right there. Castles, and you go into that stuff, you can just feel some of that energy. So I like to do things like that when I go overseas. I don't when I do something like an Ireland fight, anything out of the country. I don't. I'm not saying I don't treat it like the same, but it ain't the same. It's a whole nother fight type to me. I prepare differently. Just mentally. It's an adventure to me. So just going to the places that I can feel some of that energy, get into the country.
Mm. Sure, for sure. I got to ask you too. I know Conor McGregor fights in the UFC. You're a rostered Bellator member. Do you like Conor? If you see him, will you say anything? Because he does fight in your weight class. Will you maybe have any words for him at all?
I don't dislike the guy. I like the guy. I think he's brought our game, our MMA and everything up huge. Way more eyes on it because of him. So I got zero hate from him. Is he a little nuts? Is he a little crazy? Yeah, I believe so. For sure I am too. But he's elevated the game, and I gotta respect that. So I actually, I have huge respect for that. So I see him, I give him a head nod, and that's, that'll be it right there. Fucking little head nod of respect, And if I, ever get a chance to fight him, absolutely, that's part of the game, and it's the cool thing, But he brought our game up, and I totally respect that.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Now, you're going to be going in facing a native right from that area. He trains in Dublin, Ireland. So you're going to be playing the bad guy. Are you excited about that?
I like it. Honestly, I like that energy. I like when people are coming at me. I told you I like to fight people I don't like. I know people like to be like, well, it's a sport. You don't want to take it personally. You get out of the thing. I take all this shit personally. that's how I do it. You know, I'm not the same, but when I step in there or whatever, this is all personal. This person I feel like wants to hurt me. It's not just business to me in there. It's personal. So when I step into an enemy territory like Ireland and people yelling at me or his more fans or booing, like I take that personal, you know, and it drives me, you know. So I'm excited to feel that energy. I know it's gonna pump me up, and it's only gonna excel my performance.
Yeah, so you're saying it's just going to bring out the best version of Brandon Girtz that we're going to see on September 27th.
Absolutely. I don't like being disrespected. I'm not saying booing's disrespected or whatever, but I like to show people what I'm about. And you got a stage like that, and you got people coming at you and thinking stuff. I'm gonna show them differently.
What are your thoughts on your opponent, Paul Redmond? You have a little bit more experience than he is. Do you feel like you're just going to be able to go in there and outclass him regardless of where the fight goes?
Paul, what I see is a guy, he's a tough guy and he keeps going, but he likes to bring it to the ground. Um, I've been taken down one time in, 26 fights. So that's not an easy task, and my ground game, I'm good down there, and I've never really been kept down there. So and I know that's his game plan because he's a black belt and he likes that stuff. So what I know about him, I feel like it's gonna be a harsh little night for him. So yeah, let's see how many punches he can take.
Now, my prediction for what it's worth is I think he's going to kind of gas himself out, and then come late in the second round, you're going to catch him with something and finish him. Is that what you're feeling as well, or do you think maybe you're going to finish him in the first round?
I always feel like I'm gonna finish people in the first round. I feel like I go out there and my power, it just takes one shot. So do I think I'm gonna finish them first? Absolutely. Does your scenario seem like it could happen? Yeah. Because I think he's gonna be diving for my legs a lot, but I think in that same sense, there's gonna be a lot of openings. You can't dive for legs, and especially not on me. So. I don't see it going past the first, but if it does, he's obviously got quite the chin. I'll tell you that.
Well, either way, I cannot wait for this fight. It's always a pleasure to watch you compete inside the cage. Now, after you get this win, let's assume that you do. What's next for you? Who is it that you want to step in there against? Is there someone, maybe Michael Chandler, that you think you could get next?
Yeah, Chandler, anybody, a Primus, anybody that puts me in line for that belt. But I want a top guy, one of those top guys. I don't Ben Henderson. We're on the same card. That would be, that's another one. Henderson's obviously a legend. I think I see him easily, or beating who he's fighting on that same card. So. I would take that fight. Anybody that puts me back in that slot, to fight for a title, because that's what I want to do this next year. I'd like to fight again one more time this year, and next year I want to be fighting for the title.
Yeah, well, it makes all the sense in the world to me. Brandon, always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Everyone that's out there that's watching us, make sure you tune in September 27th, Brandon Girtz, Paul Redmond, lightweight fight. You don't want to miss it. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank, the floor is yours, my friend.
Just thank my team at Genesis and everybody here in Colorado that helps out. I love Colorado. There's just the MMA community is huge out here. We cross train with some of the other teams with Elevation and things like the Elevation Fight Team and things like that. That I think is really making everybody here better. I mean, I think you'll see a lot of big things out of Colorado. We already are, So I just thank my team and just hit me up on Brandon Girtz on Instagram or Twitter, and hell yeah, check this fight out.
Can't wait. Always a pleasure, buddy. Best of luck in training camp. Stay healthy, and I'll be watching September 27th.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, my man.